So on Behind the Block today, I thought we would talk a little bit about trying to sharpen your knives at home and why it's so difficult.
Right, you have whetstones, Japanese whetstones. You've got an angled sharpening stick that's also made from ceramic, an electric grinding wheel.
Yeah.
The slots here are so wide. I think that there's a lot of variability in getting a proper edge angle.
Now you said edge angle. Tell everybody what that means.
Yeah, so the edge angle is just the angles that actually create the edge. You know, the knife tapers down to a certain point, and then the very edge, it gets a little thinner, and that's where your cutting action is. So it's important the thinner that is, the sharper it is, but there's a limit to how thin and how sharp you might want it to be.
Keeping the edge angle, is that difficult to do when you're trying to sharpen your own knife?
Sure, I mean this apparatus, call it, these stones are only two options that you have. One's a little coarser, one's a little finer, the white one being the finest. And it's really just going to hone whatever you can do with these gray stones. I can't get them out of here right now, but these gray stones are a little harder, a little coarser, and they're meant to just refine the edge. They're not going to establish, like for instance, if you chip the knife, it's going to be hours and hours. This isn't really meant to put an edge on. So if you go years and years
like we did
between sharpening, this isn't the tool for it.
Okay, now this is a little more advanced.
Yeah, these are more advanced for sure. This is what you're going to see if you go into a very high-end professional commercial knife store. If you're in New York or something like that, or you're a professional chef and you've got a number of different knives. But the biggest problem here is not so much can I get the edge. You can sharpen a knife with these, absolutely. Of course, it's actually a very proven and very good process. However, the chance of damaging your blade is very high.
Well, you said practice.
Yeah.
So as someone who only has maybe one set of knives, I'm not sure how I practice without the fear of ruining my really nice
You're going to
knives.
scratch them. There is no question about it. You will scratch the broadside of the knife, and if we have I'll just show you. Pull. So just the broadside of the knife. We'll just use this as a show and tell. But if you're trying to establish an edge or reestablish an edge on this stone, the difficulty is holding that acute angle as you stroke down and back and down and back hundreds of times, if not sometimes. If you watch the videos whenever you're trying to reestablish an edge, it could be thousands of times. So as you're pulling the edge across this medium, there's a great deal of risk in terms of laying it too close to the stone, and then you end up scratching this.
I also tried to do this once, not on my knives, but I actually took a class and my knives ended up actually more dull than when I started.
Yeah.
Why? Because I followed the technique, I tried to keep the angle. What happened?
Well, you invariably just didn't hold the angle.
So this is why we go years and years and years with dull knives in our kitchens.
And this is just 3 options. I mean, there must be thousands.
So what's the solution?
FN sharp.
I think so. And
just get sharp knives every 4 months or so, and
I think this really is the best solution. You don't have to pack them up in the car and try and take them to a professional.
It's like new knives every 4 months or whatever period of time you choose. New knives.
I think for sure that's the best solution.
Nice.
Well, thank you.
Go team.